Hi, it's Kathleen, and today we're gonna draw all over some clothes. Really. So I've had something on my mind recently, specifically this $140 jacket from Urban Outfitters, and I just keep thinking, I could do that. So without further ado, let me show you what we're working with. Our starting place is this lovely long white jacket that I thrifted. I don't know why I was surprised by this, but since this isn't really a summery item, I had to go to at least 5 thrift stores to finally find one. I am not even exaggerating, but that made the moment I found it even sweeter. Hello, fellow teens. So before we start drawing on this jacket duster, we have to decide what we're gonna draw on it. Now, of course, I have ideas. You know, I love Japanese folklore. We've got to put a kappa on there somewhere, and maybe some other folklore-centric iconography. But I'd also like to know what other folks would want to put on this jacket. Yes, that is correct. I'm opening the floodgates to make this a collaborative experience. I'm gonna post a poll on Instagram, ask people what they would add, and then I'm gonna add them. I hope nobody trolls me. Or maybe I do want them to troll me. I'm gonna go post that story, and while we wait for the responses to roll in, we can gather our supplies. Okay, I did it. I'm gonna give this, I don't know, probably a couple hours for people to submit their answers. You never know when the Instagram algorithm is actually gonna show people what you post. Until then, we'll gather supplies, and I can just get started with my own dang ideas. Let's take it back to the summer of 2020 when we were all learning new hobbies and hoping that the world wasn't gonna end. I bought myself some nice fabric markers inspired by the Instagram account Dylan's T-shirt Club. Anyways, I never ended up using the markers, and now it's the perfect time to try them out. So I searched for them, and I searched, and I searched. Even though we've moved twice since I bought them, I knew I still had them. I just didn't know where. Y'all, I was really out here questioning my sanity. I looked everywhere. I pulled out every art supply that I knew I had. You can tell. It looks like a bomb went off in here. Bet you didn't know there was a drawer right here. Me neither. Completely forgot about it. Why would I put these in here? Actually, I need them. Get out. Thank you, Past Kathleen, for buying these fabric markers, but no thanks to Past Kathleen for putting them in a drawer that I've literally never used. I don't even remember putting this stuff in here. Maybe I should make a video about organizing my office. I clearly need it. Let's meet the creative tools that made this wild ride possible. First, these are the OOTD fabric markers, and wow, are they awesome. The 2 color packs that I have are kind of strange color combinations, but it led me to be a little more creative with my choices, which is always a good thing. Next, good old Sharpies. I have the distinct memory of using Sharpies to sign other kids' t-shirts in elementary school, so I figured, why not give it a try again? And finally, we have our wild card contestant, colored pencils? What? On fabric? No way. Yes way, actually. I did some research, and it turns out that you can use colored pencils on fabric, especially if you have a little extra help. Enter fabric painting medium. Apparently you can use this or something like it to heat set your work after you finish it to increase the longevity and potentially even make it machine washable. Although I will not be throwing this jacket into the washing machine, that is for sure. So now that we have the tools, let's get to making. Okay, let's see how the Instagram poll is doing. Okay, we have some options. My friend Ren says big tiger. What about big dragon? I've been thinking about a dragon. ¿Por qué no los both? My friend Wayne says mushrooms or Sonic the Hedgehog or Morbius. I'm down with the first 2. Ooh, my friend Molly says local trees or wildflowers. I love that. We're definitely doing that. Fellow illustrator, who's way more talented than me, Pictures by Wilson, says, I'm very curious about what a nightmare fuel jacket would look like. Well, Wilson, watch this space. And my friend Liz over at Beep World says, all of the above. Very into the Mount Fuji idea, though. That seems like more than enough to get started. So get started, we shall. One thing that I knew for sure, I was gonna get Mount Fuji on this jacket, and luckily, y'all agreed. I started with colored pencils and I slowly built up shapes and colors. The fabric on this jacket is really smooth, it's almost silky, so the highly pigmented Prismacolor pencils, whoa, that was a tongue twister, worked surprisingly well. I don't know how well they would work on a rougher fabric like canvas, But hey, wouldn't hurt to try. Let me know. Guess who just got back from water aerobics? That's me. Oh my gosh. I just saw a hawk fly by with a chipmunk in its talons. Anyways, it's day 2. And here is how things are currently standing. I'm currently standing. So we have our big old Kappa friend here at the bottom. We have our Fuji postcard, and we have a good starting point for a big old dragon. So today my goal is to be a little more expressive, a little more quick, and hopefully we can cover this bad boy in the next few hours. Also, yesterday I told y'all that I was posting on my Instagram stories asking for recommendations for images to draw, but then I made a really quick Instagram reel asking the same thing, and within 10 minutes I had like more suggestions than I could even handle. I was not expecting that many people to see it. All that being said, we've got a long list of things to get through on top of all the things that I just want to draw for my own enjoyment. So let's continue day 2 with more drawing and more fun. Also fit check. Okay, let's go. Next, we tackle a big boy. Not literally. Someone on my Instagram reel requested some skeletons, and I thought, why not one giant skeleton? In another Japanese folklore moment, I started sketching the gashidokuro, or giant starving skeleton, which I just so happened to have printed on a dishcloth, so reference was easy to come by. The purple color is also a bit of a love letter to Sasuke from Naruto. Are these words making any sense? I know not everyone who watches my videos is an anime fan, but hey, it's a big part of who I am, so it's going on the jacket, baby. Now, for another Instagram request, we're going to show some Studio Ghibli love. I went with good old Cat Bus from My Neighbor Totoro. Nothing like a feral, fuzzy, cavernous cat to get you where you're going in style. I was always kind of scared of Cat Bus, but like in a good way. After I finish each drawing, I found it helpful to check in the mirror so I could see any empty spaces that were more obvious when the jacket was being worn. And that way I could pick the next section to fill in. Now, before we start this next drawing, let me just tell you that it is cursed. Y'all asked for nightmare fuel, okay? You made me do this. As an ode to art history and my fellow unhinged art school kids, I decided to add my own horrible rendition of Saturn devouring his son by Goya. I did swap out the headless corpse with a hot dog to make it a little less grisly, and now it's just, I don't know, man. Let's move on. Here's another wholesome Instagram request. A raccoon wearing a hat. Simple enough. I love this little guy. What do you think? I have just been in my happy place working on this jacket. So far, my favorite drawing, probably my looming skeleton or my little card captor down here. Least favorite, that's gonna go to Saturn devouring his hot dog. Not that it's a bad drawing or anything, it just disturbs me, and I regret bringing it into this world. The front is looking pretty amazing, but you may have noticed that the back is conspicuously empty for the most part. And that is because I need your help to complete it. You know, this wouldn't be a Kathleen Illustrated video without a call to action. So here's what I need from you. I need you to comment down below and tell me what I should fill the rest of the jacket with. Maybe it's your favorite character from a movie. Maybe it's a family recipe, your favorite drink to order at the bar, your favorite childhood Halloween costume. It could be anything, something as silly as a raccoon wearing a hat. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed so that you can get updates for when I complete the jacket or when we complete the jacket. I post pretty much every week, and you can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kathleen Illustrated, but we already talked about that. Ooh, how could I forget Fire Elmo? That's one of my favorites too. All right, with that, I will leave you. I love you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.